Mystery as man shot dead by his own dog in a freak hunting accident. Yikes. Okay. A hunter has been shot dead by his own dog in a freak accident, which happened when the animal jumped up at its master and got its claws caught in the rifle's trigger. Yikes. Cody, thank you so much for the sunny face. Sergei Terekov, who's 53, had led his two dogs out of his Lada car before a hunting expedition in Russia's remote southeastern Saratov region. One of the animals suddenly jumped up to him and accidentally pulled the trigger. The bullet hit him in the abdomen, and he collapsed on the frozen ground. Friends rushed him to the hospital, but doctors were unable to save him. Wow. That is crazy. That the dog... And it pretty much takes... I actually learned this, because I don't use guns. I don't really... I actually do technically own a gun, which is kind of... anyone heard of a safety? Yeah, Dale. I don't know why that guy's safety wasn't on. Especially, yeah, I don't know. But I learned this when we were covering the Columbus story from last week, where we talked about the teenager that was shot dead in the courtroom. Oh, by the way, he was shot. By the way, if anybody, because there were some people in the comments that were like, well, we don't know what happened yet. Like, no, he was shot. He was shot. I mean, I know they gave that bullshit fluff story that was so, oh, I think that he fell and his gun somehow disappeared. No, he shot the guy. He shot the guy. More came to the surface. He shot the guy. They never apologized for lying. They never even called it out again. But he shot that kid. By the way, and then some of the people on Twitter that were tweeting me saying that I don't know what happened yet. It might have discharged. No, he shot the guy. He shot the guy. And the truth, once there were some videos out and some sound footage, they couldn't lie anymore. So they told the truth. He shot the kid. He shot an unarmed 16-year-old kid. No, the way I'm a gun owner is my grandfather left me a gun when he died. So I just have it like, well, I don't have it. My parents have it. I don't even have it with me. My parents live in Pittsburgh, and the gun is somewhere in their attic. But technically it is mine, and I own it. So that's why I am, by definition, a gun owner. But it's like it's a very weird manner in which I'm a gun owner. And I'm not against people hunting deer. I'm not against people owning a handgun or a hunting rifle. What I am against is the type of weapons people can get their hands on. I am against the manner in which, in some states they have reasonable backgrounds. In other states, if you have a pulse, you can walk out with a gun. I am against, these gun shows where there's just totally unregulated sales. I am against the sale of magazines. I am against. So, I'm not against somebody being a responsible gun owner. I am against the way weapons policy and gun policy is completely unreasonable in this country. That's what I'm against. And I'm certainly against dogs shooting their owners. Sorry to get off on a tangent. That's really messed up. And I guess it makes sense that something like that could easily happen, because what I learned from the Columbus, apparently it usually takes about 2 to 7 pounds of force to shoot the gun. Like, it's not like it's just like if it gets bump, boom, it's going to, like, it takes 2 to 7 pounds on average of force. That's what somebody sent me that information. That's a pretty big gun enthusiast. And maybe some of you guys on the chat that have more experiences with guns, you can tell I'm not a gun person just by the way I'm talking to you. Some of you guys that have more experiences with the gun. Some of you guys that go bang, bang, and then dinner served. Some of you guys, clearly, I don't. One of my buddies who is a dear friend of mine, but our backgrounds are quite different. He grew up in rural Pennsylvania, and kind of it's normal to go shooting after breakfast. We have a lot of differences, but we are still dear friends despite that. He took me out shooting one morning when I was at his house, or his parents' house rather. But and that's the only time I shot a gun. And I wasn't very good at it, but I did it. I was like, And my girlfriend at the time, I showed her the video. She got really upset. She was not even a fan that happened at all. I was like, look what I did. And she was just like, I'm not, you're an idiot. I was like, but I'm fine. She's like, you're an idiot. And I was like, okay. So anyway, Bella Ryan, thank you so much for the wand. So yeah, this is a really sad thing, but yeah, you gotta be careful. I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's really messed up, and people got to express caution. I mean, this guy wasn't necessarily an irresponsible gun owner. He was hunting. He had his gun with him to hunt. He was in a place where hunting was what was going on, right? But man, this happened. Really sad.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.